Fucking hard already. Welcome back. We are going to start with a very formal apology. We're all shit cunts, and we've all been
nothing. Charlie's fault, basically. Like, he's just been slacking, and me and Josh, it was tough getting in here tonight.
Says the one who's been all over the country and everything recently, James.
It's true.
Mate, I've literally been everywhere, to be fair.
You've been abroad twice, fucking all over, up and down. To be fair, I've done the same. Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy. But I've just not said no to. Obviously, we had COVID, and then this summer has been the first non.
I can't think of something I actually said no to.
I literally haven't.
I said the one thing.
You both said no to warehouse project on Friday, so
That's
you know.
summer.
Oh.
Not summer.
Basically, we're still going on the thing.
It's like winter now.
Yeah,
Winter now.
That's going to be hard, though. That's going to be
first September, I opened up the door and I was like, no, coat, this is fucked. Outrageous.
Outrageous temperatures.
Yeah. Basically, we've just been very all busy individually and sometimes together to not been able to do these podcasts. We tried multiple times to get some momentum going again, but we just couldn't, just because something always kept popping up, whether it was like someone was away, rave, whatever, like something always kept popping up. So we would get back, start strong. So we're gonna have a little catch up, and maybe I'm thinking actually, should we throw in a little summer recap of everyone's summers, and just kind of like,
that's a good show.
Yeah, I want to appreciate the summer we've had, because I don't think it's one of those things. It's hard to, like, when you're in the moment, you don't really think about it. But I can hands down say I've had probably one of the most epic summers I've ever had in my life.
Facts. This has been the best summer yet to date. Like, ridiculously good. And we called it at the start. Didn't we say, like, this summer is going to be the best one?
Yeah, we did. It's been outrageous. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Right. So, guess off. So, what have I been up to recently? So, since the last episode we've seen would have been with George Osborne. So since then, we went to Electric City, didn't we?
Yeah.
So all of us went to Electric City. Originally, it was just supposed to be me and Charlie going, but then I bought James a ticket for his birthday. AKA, I just wanted him to come because it was going to be the only opportunity for me to have like my two closest like friend groups together all in one place. And we had an absolutely fucking wicked day. I think I can all speak on behalf of us.
Unreal day. That was the definition of an unreal day.
It was absolutely fun. Charlie can't remember anything anyway, so
I can't remember anything, but all I remember was it was unreal.
So yeah, it was fucking sick. So that was really good. And then 1 week later, I ended up playing my debut set at Leeds Festival, and that went absolutely stupendous. Topped out about 120 people, I think it was, on the Friday night, which was a moment I will always remember, and it's definitely the start of my music career per se. Eventually, obviously, that will be the goal for me once my goals move away from bodybuilding and they go on to the next chapter. So yeah, that was an incredible experience. If you haven't seen the video, go over to my YouTube channel and watch it. Give it a like, little plug. And yeah, after that, what was it, Leeds? And then since then, really, I've just been trying to be as optimal as possible. I've been so bodybuilding. I've been meal prepping my meals in the morning. I've been going to bed at like 9:30, 9 o'clock in the evening, waking up nice and early. I've just really been focusing on business, and it's definitely been worth it, because I'm definitely seeing like the largest amount of growth in my business that I have yet to date. Mixture of online and also in person as well. So that's always good. Who's next?
I'll go.
Colin James, tell us about your massive summer.
We're starting off with the last time we all got together. We'll do some reviews after.
The last few weeks. Okay, go.
So the last few weeks, the biggest, I'm going to miss things out. So after Electric City, before that, I literally just come back from Barcelona, bearing in mind, I was literally on the flight the day before. Josh was like, right, you're coming, I'm buying you a ticket. And I was like, I'm literally getting a flight at 6 a.m. And then I got persuaded to come, and that was unbelievable. And then after that, I'm pretty sure I had what else did I can't remember what I've done. I've done too much, but basically every weekend I've been to some kind of festival. or I've been out like with some events with my friends. And the biggest thing that's happened in the past few weeks for me has been moving out, and it is actually crazy. Like it's super expensive, but I wrote this goal down at the start of the year to move out, and it was more of like a long-term goal rather than it to actually happen this year. And I'm so glad I managed to smash that and actually get into my own place. And it's pretty crazy, like living on your own, and it just means like, well, not my own with my friend, but it just means your routine is optimal as it can. As I'm buying my own food now, I've got to fend for everything for myself. It's just a big step, like new kind of like chapter.
I'm jealous as fuck. I can't lie.
Yeah,
So
like,
am I.
it is cool, but it's expensive, but it's cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah, imagine.
anything good is you gotta fucking do. You gotta work hard for it. At the end of the day, otherwise everything will come easy.
Yeah, 100%. And also to add on that, like as you said, your business is going very well. That's likewise with mine. We've put a lot of time and effort to it at the moment. We're really just trying to take it to the top really. See how far we can go with it. But
Good
yeah,
stuff.
just loving life at the moment. Life's good.
Life,
Huh?
life is good.
Life is good. What I've been up to. Electric City, recovering from that. That's what I've been doing. That took a few days, and then pretty much just bodybuilding really. Obviously Adam's been in the back end of his prep, so sort of just being there for him, training. Like I've been round to his like a few times, just like on rest days and stuff. And yeah, just literally bodybuilding, coaching, and shagging. That's pretty much all I've been doing.
It's all right.
Nice for Sam.
Nice fun. But yeah, to be honest, it's literally just been like getting back into routine and just nailing this off season as much as I can and just being like on point with like food and sleep and just trying to nail like all these variables coming back from summer, like being a bit more slack through summer in terms of like going out and enjoying stuff more. Obviously now the winter's coming, I'm trying to like get to bed on time, getting up early, just getting back in the routine and just getting on point with everything. So then it just sets it up for like a good off season across the coming months really. That's sort of been the main goal over the last few weeks.
Yeah, no, I've been editing Adam's YouTube videos, so I've kind of been along the end part of his journey as well from the last. I think I started editing his videos like 8 weeks out, something like that, 6 weeks out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and like I know personally, me like watching and like it's really spurring. And then obviously I've been to that's what I forgot to mention. I've been to 2 bodybuilding shows already this since the season started, and I'm going to definitely go to finals for UK FBA, and I'm also going to the Arnold's this weekend, and I might even go BNBF final. So I'm like really fucking heavily submerged in bodybuilding, and I know it's getting me like extremely excited to step foot on stage again. I don't know what it's been like physically being there around Adam and like what you said, like pretty much.
Oh mate.
Pretty much every movie does. It's addictive as fuck.
Yeah, it literally is like, especially like at the weekend. Obviously, we went to watch him, and like when he got called out first, like that feeling of like you could see it in his like himself, like
They switched him into the middle.
yeah, or he was just loving it. And like when he got called out first, he was absolutely like the relief and like the happiness, like just seeing him like win was just unreal. And like it does make you like want to compete. And I'm like, oh, I'd love to just do that, just getting it. But the time will come. But yeah, it's just very motivating. Can't lie.
Good stuff. So I think that kind of recaps everything really. So summer, I said for me personally, my summer started with K9 when we all went K9. I feel like that was kind of like it was early on, but for me that was like the start of like the seshing season because it has been a fucking mad one. Like I calculated in terms of the actual, if you count what like because obviously I've been to Leeds and also to Barcelona, which were like raves every day. It's like if I count the amount of days I've raved, I think in the last year I've done 17 or 18.
That's mad.
Since return to Leeds, like return to dance to Leeds, I've done
Yeah.
like 18 days of like full on seshing.
Fuck.
Like it's a lot.
That's
See,
a
it
lot.
starts off with K9, which I think was such a fucking sweet start to like that early, like that pre-season for summer. I'd say it's a good way to describe it, pre-season. So kicked off with a bang. We had a fucking sick time, as you would have all known. And then from there, I went on to do Barcelona D&B All Stars, which was an incredible holiday. And I was talking to Cam recently. I said, because I was watching through some of the videos, I was like, fuck me, that was such a fun time. Like, I really want to do that again. Like, I really want to go back. It was just such a unique trip because it was like having obviously like a rave every night, but then also, or like the day, but then also being like on a sunny holiday. Like, it's fucking, it just doesn't, it doesn't get better than that.
No, I think that is something I would like to experience because there are quite a few, like obviously
Find
in
out.
stars,
I know there's
there's
tons.
quite a few and they do all look really good.
Yeah, 100%. So obviously next season I'll be competing, but the season after I'm going to take off. So we'll definitely all do something. Well, even if it's just like even if it's just a general holiday, it doesn't have to be a rave, but like I really do want to do another lads holiday. So yeah, then about 10 days after we got back from Barcelona, I went to graphics. That was a sweet. It was a much more tame night, but still also very fun. Um, well, so after graphics would have been Brighton. Obviously, Charlie wasn't there, unfortunately, for that. But me and James sent Brighton. That was also quite a jokes day.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah, it definitely was. Like that was fucking fun. And again, that was like peak summer though. We were hitting some serious heat, like, but that was just like a gorgeous day. It's like sun, you couldn't ask for any better music.
Music was so good.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I also went, as I forgot, I also obviously went to the Caribbean for like almost 2 weeks, which was also like absolutely unreal. Definitely an experience like that I'll never forget. And then after Brighton would have been obviously Electric City, and then obviously after Electric City we had Leeds. So I've done 2 holidays, like day festivals, night raves abroad. I've done everything, and I've done several trips around the country in general. So went and visited Rotherham a couple of times, and that was also like quite a fun like experience. Yeah, and then Rave took me all over the country from Leeds all the way down to freaking to Brighton, like all over the country. So it's kind of like mad to think the amount of like memories and experiences I've collected in such a short period of time. But yeah, definitely very grateful for the summer I've had. That's for sure. I'm now ready to put it all away though, because it's now time to fucking do some damage in the competitive bodybuilding scene.
Yeah, I feel like this summer's been like everyone's just let their hair down and obviously met up with all their mates, gone to events, made memories. And yeah, it's gone so quickly. So quickly.
I would say it's got about the speed I expected it, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We had so many hot days this year that it felt, if we had less hot days, probably would have felt better quick. But like we had some ridiculously hot weather this summer. Yeah. Right, who's next?
You going or?
You go, Charlie.
All right. So obviously we'll start with, is K9 the starting point?
Yeah, K9
That's the starting point. So obviously that was sick. And then I didn't really do anything for a while. I went away for 2 weeks, which was actually really nice, just to get away and just escape from everything, literally just chill out. Pretty much do nothing for 2 weeks, which is definitely needed. And then literally the only event I've been to so far was Electric City, which was sick. And then I've got like a few coming up. I've got Warehouse this Friday, which I'm so gassed for. This is going to be sick. And then obviously we've got that one in October for your birthday, Josh, haven't we? But apart from that, not really like raving too much. Just generally like enjoying like the summer here, really. Just going out and about. I've been to like just out and around really around here. Been to Rotherham a few times, just training, enjoying like different gyms. I've been to a few different gyms this summer. And yeah, just pretty much training.
I can't believe you haven't said this.
Huh?
What happened shortly after K9?
Oh yeah, I got a missus.
Fucking this guy.
What?
Because we were saying just George Summer, and then you literally went to skip right past it like it wasn't anything significant at all.
She's gonna be fuming when she's watching this.
You're gonna be fuming.
Anna, don't worry. I'm support the cause. I won't let him forget that. You worry.
Honestly, it's because it doesn't feel like that was that like short ago. You know, it feels like it's been here forever. That's what it is.
Keep digging.
Yeah, keep digging. Anyway, um, so yeah, basically got a missus and spent lots of time with her. Oh, I went to Bristol. I went on a night out in Bristol.
Well, waiting for that as well.
Oh, see, I'm forgetting all this stuff. Went to see Headaches in Bristol. That was pretty sick. However, the venue was sick, but the people in there were just irritating. Like they were just like moshing around, and it just wasn't the sort of vibe. But it was a good night anyway. And yeah, just been like away doing things, training, eating,
Yep.
and just been involved with Adam's prep really. Like this, I think this year has been obviously I've enjoyed myself like massively in terms of like especially like taking time away and things like that. But I've also had a massive insight into what a prep is like in terms, especially like over summer because he's obviously not been able to do much. And obviously when I've like gone out and stuff and I've seen him like not do anything, it's like right, okay, this is what it actually takes to do a prep. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, been decent. I've very much enjoyed it. Haven't done as many raves as last year. Last year I went on an absolute madness, as Josh will know. From like we did quite a few, didn't we, together?
Yeah, we did a fair few. To be fair, yeah, not really summer, but yeah, at the end of the year.
Yeah, they were like the end of summer. So this year I've sort of taken a little bit of step back on like raving.
But you had such a nice like balance of like still progressing and still doing bodybuilding, but then also still having external gym experiences such as raves, festivals, holidays,
Yeah, exactly. That was sort of
into your life. Like you've had a very like a much more balanced version of a summer where you've still been able to achieve your goals, but also still like rewarded yourself and had fun, which is realistically, guys, like what you should be like striving to achieve. As much as it's all good to be like, okay, I'm making so much money and like all this stuff, but all like the other one, like, oh, I'm progressing really well in the gym, but I'm fucking broke. Like you need both really, because otherwise you won't feel satisfied with yourself.
yeah, 100%. Because like towards the end of like last year when we went out raving, we were going raving like I think across like 2 or 3 months, like across 2 months I was going out every other weekend, like smashing it. And I think like this summer I like wanted to take a little bit of step back and just like keep more of a balance within the gym as well as like enjoying myself. So, but also that made me like appreciate it a little bit more because like obviously from like K9, well, I went to Bristol like when was that? End of May, and then from end of May it was like a few months to Electric City. So I had that like period of time to like really look forward to it. And then obviously I'd like full sent it on Electric City and then made the most of it and like really enjoyed the day as it is. Whereas if I'd been to like maybe a few raves like in August or like July, I may have not enjoyed it as much.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's pretty much my summer, mate.
good stuff. Good stuff.
James, hit
Oh, if you want to know someone that hasn't had balance this summer, just listen to mine. Mine has not been the most optimal for gym progress, put it that way. But I've had like one of the best summers I've ever had.
Let's say you've made a lot of business progress though.
Yeah, business progress has been the best. Like my own physique has not been at my main priority, but that's probably why my business is going so well. So just literally that has been the focus, which obviously has its pros and cons. But yeah, so where do we start? So obviously start off with K9. I've got notes on my phone. That's right.
it.
So I had my uni summer ball, which was pretty chaotic. As luckily, Dimension was headlining for it, so that was pretty decent.
That was naughty.
Yeah, yeah. Then we had Brighton. So obviously me and Josh went to. It was class day out.
Don't forget your trip to Marbella.
Yeah, mate, I'm getting down the list. Hold up.
Marbella, I swear Marbella was before Brighton.
It's not in chronological order.
Wait, we all did it in chronological order, you idiot.
I can't even remember.
Well, I didn't. I went to the start, then went straight to the end, then went back and did all the middle one.
When I did half these things. So yeah, I did go to Marbella for a week, and that is probably one of the craziest places that I've ever been in terms of how expensive it was, and just full of like people with a lot of money, and there's quite a few kind of like influencers kind of thing. I would love to go back, but think I need to go back when I'm in a better position. That kind of stunk my bank account massively. But it was cool though.
Story of the summer.
Yeah.
Sunk my bank account massively. Cool story though.
Made some memories. Good vibes.
Yeah.
The money will return. So, well, hopefully. Or I'm in big trouble.
Yeah.
Then I had I can't remember if Love Saves the Day was before or after, but I had Love Saves the Day.
Love Saves the Day was
Before Wolves.
for Brighton.
Yeah, that was before Brighton. And then I had We Are Festival as well, which was more of a house festival, so you two would absolutely despise it, but not gonna lie, that was so good.
Poor.
I've actually really got back into house recently. I'm loving a bit of house music, house and tech.
Right, Josh, we're immediately removing him from this podcast.
Anyway, just swiftly moving on. And then we had Barcelona, which this was actually a very nice holiday because I had the perfect balance of going out and just a chilled one. Because we still went to the gym. We stayed in the best apartment that I've ever been in. I'm quite lucky. One of my mates' aunties owned the apartment, so all we had to do was pay for the flights. And you guys saw the pictures and videos where I was saying
Yeah.
it was so nice, and there was only two of us. We had our own kitchen, so we didn't actually spend too much. We could actually go out, make our own meals, go to the gym, and actually explore Barcelona rather than getting smashed every day. Which
Such a sick face.
But yeah, Barcelona is such a vibe as well. So that was a really nice one. And then I don't remember what else was after that.
That's 24 hours later. Electric City.
Yeah, I was literally at Electric City with you guys. That was it. And then moving on to like more recent, like this month, it's my birthday, obviously in September. So I'm getting old now. I'm actually 24. 24 and still can't grow a beard yet, so that's quite peak. But had a great birthday in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that looked like good fun to be fair.
Yeah.
Is that the first time you've been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool place. Very like scenic.
Yeah.
All the streets so pretty.
Very hippie.
Yeah, very hippie. But yeah, and then this last weekend that just gone, I was in Tokyo World in Bristol.
Wait, you go?
When?
I thought you said you weren't gonna go.
Did go. I was on London in the Friday, and then I went to Bristol, and then I went to Nottingham.
This is what I mean. He's an absolute madman.
Fuck. How was love? I mean, Tokyo will look sick.
Yeah, Tokyo World. We saw graphics. They did them so dirty.
But did they?
They put them on at 2, and they didn't turn the speakers up full. They were so quiet.
Oh, can't.
Yeah, I know. But Camo and Crooks, oh my god.
Crooks are ridiculous, mate.
I haven't shown you the videos. I need to see the videos, mate. They were so good.
Yeah, no, they're ridiculous.
Really?
You Charlie, no, because
Mate, honestly, at New Year's they were so good. And on Friday, at Warehouse, I'm seeing Cameron Crooked back-to-back Friction, which is going to be unreal.
That's that's one of my dream fucking back-to-backs. That
It's gonna be,
Mate, it's going to be so good.
This little video, you can just hear what I would do. But... They were literally so good. That was like the highlight of the day, to be fair.
yeah, Cameron Crooks was saw them return to dance, and I saw them obviously New Year's Eve, and both times.
Oh, I forgot they were return to dance.
Yeah, mate, they were fucking sick at return to dance. Although I don't remember details. All I just remember was, holy shit, this is a fucking big one, mate.
Yeah.
I was partially.
I don't think I knew who they were at that event.
Huh?
I don't think I knew who they were at return.
Do you know?
Like, no, I don't think I did. And then obviously I saw them and I was like, actually, they're sick. And then I'm pretty sure they were at that Halloween I went to with like Dion and Mo.
Yeah, I think they were. Yeah,
They were, and they were like the best act there.
yeah, they're very good. New Year's Eve, they were out this world, mate.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But yeah,
that basically is everything. And then I went to the Nottingham on a Sunday. One of my friends going travelling. They had kind of a leaving thing in Nottingham. Pretty cool. He knows these footballers that played for like the under 23s team, and they came out with us. They drove us to the bars, and I've never been in the best cars I've ever been in. He was only like 21. He was driving a Range Rover, which was pitted out, and it was crazy.
No.
Yeah, he plays for, I think it's Nottingham Forest, like under 23s.
yeah, that sounds alright.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And that's basically my summer.
Yeah, it's been 3 rather all slightly different, yet all similar in some ways. All I think, but they all like the general consensus is they were all sick as fuck.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
Yeah, basically now this leads us on to we are gonna basically get back on top of our shit now. The podcast is back and it's staying.
Every single week, no matter what.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna make that commitment to you guys. We want to try and get into a good rhythm before obviously New Year's, because then when New Year starts, hopefully like maybe we'll try and do something. Maybe we do it like season based. Maybe we do like a set amount of seasons, then we take like a couple of weeks off, and then we do another set amount of episodes. I'm saying we try to get to 50 episodes, and then we end season 1 like 50 episodes, something like that.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Then we'll take a couple of brief weeks off just to kind of like get some new ideas, maybe get some new obviously potential guests available and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Anyway, on that note, anyone else got anything else to say?
nah, pretty much all.
Right. Well, in that case, we have been the Megamorph podcast. We are back. We're not black, but we are back. And yeah. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. So like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the fellow cat.
Check out all our socials.
Yeah, check out the social links in the description. So catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.